Have you ever felt the wind brush your cheek and wondered, just for a second, if it was them? Yeah, me too. Whispers in the Wind, a fable of the ever-present spirit. They told me grief would come in waves. They didn't tell me that waves would whisper. Sometimes when I'm not trying to hear it, when I'm pouring tea or closing the blinds, or folding a shirt that still has fur, I swear I hear the jingle of Zephyr's collar. Not loud, not ghost story loud, just real enough to make me freeze and listen. This is the story I never told anyone. Maybe because I thought it would sound unhinged, maybe because it felt too sacred, or maybe because part of me didn't want to share him, not even now. Zephyr was the kind of dog who didn't walk. He floated. A border collie mixed with eyes that looked like he'd read the whole library and still preferred to chase butterflies. He had this thing he'd do. He'd stand in the yard and just feel the breeze, like he was letting the wind write poems across his fur. I used to joke he was half dog, half dandelion seed. When he died, I didn't believe in signs, or spirits, or cosmic anything. I believed in kibble bags and vet bills and goodbyes that happened in sterile rooms. But a week later, I opened the window and there it was, the same breeze, the same feeling. Like he'd run past me so fast I couldn't see him, but I could feel him. I know what you're thinking. Grief hallucination, dopamine misfire, trauma response. But it kept happening. Every time I was low, every time I couldn't cry anymore, there it was, the wind, rustling a curtain, brushing my cheek, sending a feather spiraling down in front of me on a windless day. And I started to listen, really listen. One night, in that in-between moment before sleep, I asked out loud, "Zeph, is that you?" The wind howled. Not like a storm, like a laugh, like the way he used to do that joyful bark when I'd come home, and he couldn't decide whether to run or spin or jump, so he'd do all three at once. Since then, I've stopped asking people to understand. Some bonds don't unravel just because the leash is cut. Some spirits refuse to sit still. So if you're sitting in your car or walking home in the quiet, or staring at the corner of the couch that will always be theirs, listen. Not with your ears, with your ribs, with your breath. Some winds carry more than weather. Some whispers sound like love, saying, "Still here, still yours."